Hey guys, it's Rebecca Oberstadt. So, since this is my first time ever doing a Shop My Stash kind of video series, I wanted to do like a follow-up video. It is actually January 16th. I had planned on filming this yesterday, but I was having problems with my computer. Have been for the past 3 days. It keeps having issues. So what I wanted to do was go over everything that I had pulled to put in my basket for the 2 weeks that I was doing this, and I figured I would do it for like 15-day increments, and I will be recording another video where I break down what I'm putting in it for the rest of the month. So first off, I want to talk about, now this palette was in here, the Bold Obsessions palette from Milani, but the only reason why it was in there was because of the very large mirror that it has. So I didn't even use this palette at all. It was just there for the mirror. Now, make sure I got everything out. Yeah. I did use this for a couple of looks for the past 15 days, and I used this palette for a couple of looks. I did 2 different videos, one using the difficult shades and one using the medium to easy shades, and then the easy shades in the palette to show versatility. And then I did a look, I did like a chit chat, get ready with me, talking about fibromyalgia, and I used both of these palettes together. So I did use both of those. I pulled 3 sheet masks. The only one that I used was the elasticity one. I just pulled this out of the fridge. It will go back in the fridge. I do use my sheet masks twice as long as they've got enough serum. I still have 2 here that I didn't use. My skin's been pretty irritated. So now I want to get into foundation. Now the Maybelline Superstay in shade 102 is too light for me, but it's also a yellow undertone, which is what I need. And then we have the Revlon Age Defying 3X in Fresh Ivory 05 and the Maybelline Dream Mousse and 10, which is porcelain. Both of these, this one's like kind of closer to my skin. It's still too dark. This one's way too pink. So if you look, they're both too dark for me and they're both pink, whereas this one's more of a yellow base, but it's too light. So I use this to mix into these, and I want to try and use these up because I really don't like wearing foundation. So I will continue to use this as a mixer. I do have I have like shade 120 in this, and I usually mix the 2 in order to get the right shade, but 120 and 102 are both yellow toned, whereas these 2 are both pink. Then the Garnier, this is technically a toner, but I was using it like I would my Sephora Rose Hydrating Mist. So I was spraying my face like after I would do my foundation and concealer and powder and that kind of stuff, and I used quite a bit of it. So I'm proud of that. I want rid of this. I don't want to like return it because I've used it, but it smells disgusting. And then this I've probably used about as much as this one. So I would use this during my makeup, and then I would set my face with this at the very end. So I used both of those, which was nice. Then we get into concealers, and I've got a few here. Oh, and I had an eye mask that I didn't use for, it's been a rough 2 weeks. Okay, so I pulled the Essence in Pastel Yellow in the NYX in CW10, which is also yellow. These are the correctors that I use under my eyes. I use these, or I use the Physicians Formula in the Concealer Twin, so I know I already like these. I pulled the Boo Boo Cover Up. This is in light. I just want to get rid of it. It's old. It doesn't smell bad or anything. I just want to use it up, but it's way too pink for my skin. The Maybelline Age Rewind, I've made some significant progress in. I'm surprised that I have used, this much of it so far. And this here, the Smashbox Studio Skin, this is in Fair. The funny thing about this is I got this in my December Ipsy bag, and by January 1st, they discontinued this product. So I initially had linked this, but now they've got a new version of this. I don't like this. It's light enough, yes, but no matter where I put it on my face, it creases so bad, it's not even funny. I can put it on my hand and blend it in and have it crease on my hands. I don't understand. I've used it to cut my crease. I've used it as under eye brightening. I have used it as an eyeshadow base. I will continue to use it, but using small amounts creases, using large amounts creases, no matter what I do, this creases. So I'm not very happy about that. So it's kind of nice doing this because before I would just grab whatever and then use it, but I wasn't really like forced to like use the same thing over and over and over again to really form an opinion on it. So what I think I'm going to do is when I, end up going through all of my different concealers and correctors, I'm going to probably do breakdown videos for probably all of the products that I've done for the Shop My Stash kind of thing, just so that I know how they're working on my skin, and I can do a more in-depth kind of video on the different products. Okay, next we have like base products. I pulled this Air Repair eye cream. There's like this much left in here. This came from a Birchbox a long time ago. I was putting it on my under eyes and on my eyelids directly before I would put anything else on to keep everything moisturized, because I've been having a problem with a dry patch right here on my eye, which right now is gone. So thankfully, that's a good thing. But I do have an eyeshadow brush from Morphe that seems to be irritating my eyes, and it's causing that dry patch on my eyelid to actually get worse. So, and it's a brush that I just recently got. It was probably a big waste of $6, if you ask me. So I'll continue to use this to just use it up. Then we have 3 primers. Now, four. I have this little sample of the Benefit Professional, and every time I've tried to use it, my face breaks out in like little rash bumps everywhere. My skin itches, and then of course, like the day after the rash bumps pop up, they turn like white, and of course they're still itchy. Like the tops of them turn white, kind of like dried skin. And then around it turns red. So I don't know what's in this. I thought it was because maybe it's a silicone base. So I was afraid to try the Peter Thomas Roth Skin to Die For. This is a pore filling primer. Same with the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. This I got in a subscription. This I bought myself. They actually work really well on my skin. I'm one of those people, I don't think primers really do anything, but they didn't cause me to break out, so that's a good thing. Then we have the Makeup Forever Step 1 Base Hydrating Primer. This actually is really nice on my skin. The days that I use this instead of one of these, I noticed that my skin was more hydrated, my foundation didn't look as dry, my concealer didn't crease as bad, so that's a benefit. I really like this primer. I just wish it wasn't so darned expensive. Now I'm going to talk about, I have a Runaway perfume bottle, which is probably the reason why it's this one. This is the Elizabeth James Nirvana White perfume. It's nice. It smells like an old lady's perfume. I mean, really, it does. And that's the perfume that fell out and rolled onto the floor. I don't care for it. It's okay. Then we have the Tom Ford Neroli Portofino. I love Neroli. Absolutely love this fragrance of Neroli. It's actually what they call bitter orange oil. And I love it. I would, if I could afford this, I would probably get a big size when I ran out. This one is Nomad from Chloe. This is a little bit frou-frou-y, girly, sweet kind of fragrance, but it's nice. I don't dislike it. I don't hate it, that kind of thing. So I do like both of these. The Elizabeth James Nirvana one, like I said, it smells like something an old lady would wear. No offense to anybody that is like 70 plus. Okay, then I have these like BB CC creams, and they're all way too dark. I'm just looking to make sure I have them all. I have the IT Cosmetics CC Plus in Light, the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Perfector. This is in shade 8 in the Dr. Jart BB. This is a BB balm, and this is in light medium. All of these are way too dark for me. So what I was doing was I would use like this to contour my face over like foundation, and then I would use these like along my hairline and stuff like that to like darken around, you know, where everybody would naturally like contour. So that's how I was using these. They, like I said, they're all way too dark for my skin. I don't even think the IT Cosmetics in Fair would work for me, because looking at how dark this is, it's done Runaway. It knows I don't like it. They're all fine, but I don't use them for what their purpose is, if that makes sense. I haven't, this actually, the Makeup Forever one, like blends like an absolute dream onto the skin, whether I've got foundation on, or if I'm doing it on bare skin and then putting foundation over it, or just wearing it by itself, or adding a bronzer on top of it. This stuff works amazing. And like I said, it's shade 8, so I don't know if this is the darkest shade, but even their shade 1 would be too dark for me. So I like using this to I put a couple of dots and then blend it out, and it's beautiful. I already have like a natural like contour here on my face anyways due to how high my cheek is, but it really like deepens that area in here, and it doesn't look like mud on my face, which is nice. Okay, I have picked up all the Runaways. One mask I didn't talk about, this is a Sephora Algae Sleeping Mask. There's just a little bit left. I really need to use this. There's enough for me to use it one more time. I just forgot. Now into highlighters. This is a product that I used to make. I just want to use it up. We have the NYX Liquid Illuminator, and this is in Gleam, and the City Colors Glow Duo, and it doesn't say like what shades these are, but this is darker than this shade here, and this is still too dark. This is actually darker than Precious Petals or Blissful from Over Cosmetics, but they're very comparable. This is just a little darker. So I put these on, one side is a cream on this, one side's a powder. I usually put this on under foundation or over foundation, and then powder over it to kind of lessen it. The other item that I pulled, this is Mannequin Dar. This is a Fantasy. They sell this as an eyeshadow highlight. This is also dark. It's very comparable to the City Color one, and it is pretty close in comparison with these two products. And this one did arrive broken, but it came from all of these came from an Ipsy subscription. So it's beautiful. I've also used it as eyeshadow. I use it as a brow bone highlight. I just have to be very sparing with it because it does leave a dark streak on my face. The other thing that I got, this was something new I got in an Ipsy. This is the Kiss and Smink, the Everything in Tullum. I did use this over a lipstick one day, and I used this as a cream shadow under another eyeshadow to help it pop a little bit. I've also used it as blush over foundation. You have to be very careful when you put it on. If not, it'll remove the foundation that you've got on underneath. So I kind of like putting this on under foundation and then putting that over it, just my personal preference. I also pulled the Bella Pierre. This is in Autumn Glow. This is one of their mineral blushes. Thank God I didn't just drop that. That would have been a very big mess. This is more of like a bronzer shade for me because it is so dark, and I don't want to tip this up, so I'm just gonna. It's a beautiful shade, and if I use it very sparingly, it's just a nice wash of like golden bronze hue, but it works better to like put it in here on my face or to like lightly like dust it over a blush or a highlight, but it is really too dark for my skin. I also pulled one of my blushes, but it's broken and I've repressed it several times, and I mean the blush is like 8 years old, so it just wants to leave hot pink powder everywhere. I also pulled the Tarte Cosmetics and Park Avenue Princess bronzer, and then this LA Colors bronzer that I've had for years. This is in Bronze Glow, and it smells the same way it did when I bought it probably 15-20 years ago. And I did use this a couple of times. I used this over the Makeup Forever product, and I like it. It's just a little dark on me, and I don't mind the glitter in it. Oh, the other blush that I pulled is from Dirty Little Secrets. This is in Kitty Pink, and I've actually made like a really good sized dent in the edge of this. I was very surprised. This is very close to the color Party from Tarte. I also got, again, came from an Ipsy bag. So I'm using a lot of like products that came from either a Birchbox, a Sephora, or an Ipsy, just trying to use some of the variety that I've got and some of the smaller sizes that I've got, because I don't have a very extensive collection. I just have a lot of sample sizes. All right, single eyeshadows. This is the Pixie by Petra and Orchid Ornament. I'm not going to open it. I don't know if I can. Maybe I can. Get back over there. This arrived broken. I have tried to repress the side that has the purple. Okay. So I use this as an inner corner highlight, and if I want something like super easy, I just put this all over the lid, throw a little bit of this in the crease, and call it a day. I also have the M Princess. This is in shade Biscuit. I've used this as a highlight, inner corner highlight, and brow bone highlight the past couple weeks. This one here I haven't touched at all. And you're broken again. I just freaking repressed you. This is from Julep. I'm not even going to fight with it. It's this really pretty like terracotta color, and the eyeshadow is called Terra. I haven't used it at all. It's just, I've repressed it like 2 or 3 times. I got it broken, so it is what it is. So it's not a color that I gravitate to. The other ones, and I have used both of these. This is Luna by Luna. This is in the shade Juliet. This is like a pinky champagne color. I've used this as eyeshadow, inner corner highlight. I've tapped it over lipstick. I use it as a highlight as well. I like it. I use, I think the two or three Luna items that I have, I really like. This is from Marcel. This is Rock and Rose. This is one of their eyeshadow duos. But I did a simple look using the light color all over my lid, and then this kind of along the lash line and the outer V. And I didn't even know this, but this comes with 2 little like sponge tip applicators in the bottom, which I thought was so cute. So I did actually use this. I was shocked. Now into brow stuff. Now, before I started getting like subscription stuff, I was just using a regular brown eyeliner as a color for my brows. This is in Coffee. This is from my Cosmetics. I just, want to use it up. And then I was using the Model Co Insta Brows in medium dark. I still have quite a bit of this little sample left. I kind of wish it like twisted up instead of me like having to sharpen it. I haven't sharpened it since I got it just because I don't want to like ruin it. I have a tendency to do that. Then I have the Cella Clear Brow Gel. I've had this for well over a year. I use it every time I do my brows and I love it. It's just a regular clear brow gel. For mascaras, I pulled the Roller Lash from Benefit. I hate this stuff. This stuff is like water on my eyes. If I put a coat on and I do this and like don't touch anything and I like brush my teeth or whatever and just kind of let it dry, and if I do, you know, after I get done and you go to spit in the sink, if you look up, the mascara transfers off my lashes all the way up to here, and it pisses me off so bad. I know Jeffree Star like lives by this mascara. I've even like left it open for several hours for a couple of days in a row hoping that it would dry out some. No bueno. It doesn't work. The mascara, I guess, would be good to like put it on and then put something over it that will dry. It's just such a pain in the butt. No matter if I use it on top lashes, bottom lashes, over lashes, under mascara, it's just, I hate it. The Smashbox X-Rated Mascara. I actually like this mascara. I hate the smell of it. Absolutely detest the wand. And this is a sample size, so it always is like gunked up. There's always like tons of like gunk on it. So I literally can like scrape this off and the whole inside lid is full of mascara by the time I, you know, get it to the point where I can actually use it. It doesn't make my lashes like clumpy. It doesn't, it like, because of the way that this weird triangular brush is shaped, it separates my lashes. It coats them from the root all the way to the tip with black. My lashes are, the majority of them are blonde anyway, so I just need the color. I have the length. I'm not worried about like thickening my lashes or anything like that unless I've done a really horrible job with my look, and then I'll throw lashes on. So I'm going to talk about these Pure Lure eyelashes. I'm doing a separate video on these, and there's a reason for that. I got these from a company that reached out to me on Twitter asking if I would test out their eyelashes and leave them a review. 3 weeks later, I left a 3-star review, left my experience as to why I left a 3-star review, left details, pros, cons, everything, and the company tried to bribe me, and more, to take down my review on Amazon. I have worn 2 of these lashes. I've actually got a pair stuck on top from last time I wore them because I was too freaking tired to put them back inside. The first pair of lashes that I used are also stuck at the bottom. So, and then whatever I clip off, I usually save as well. But yeah, I will be doing a separate video on these lashes. They're beautiful, and that's about all I'm going to say right now. Next, into these 3 products, I didn't use any of them. These are the Lock One and Dones in shade Heavy Petal and Out of Your Shell, and the Stila, Glitter and Glow, Shimmer and Glow. This is a Shimmer and Glow in Cloud. I didn't use any of them. I didn't have an eye look that was that horrendous for me to use it, but you know, I've got an empty spot all the way down to here, so I have used it. I just haven't, I didn't use it this time. Now into lips. I pulled, this was something I just got from my December Ipsy bag. This is the Strawberry Peppermint Lip Balm from K-Boss. I love this stuff. This is the Hanalei Lip Treatment. I got this, I think, in a Birchbox. I want to use it up before it goes bad, and I've used up about that much of it. So this is actually really nice. I don't care for the fragrance of it, but it is what it is. I didn't even use this. This is the Wet n Wild Acai So Serious. It is like a purple metallic. I had some looks in mind for this, but I ran out of recording space on my device. And since I record on my phone and I upload the videos and photos off my phone via Dropbox, it takes forever. So sometimes I like to record 1 or 2 videos in a day and then, you know, edit and have videos to upload. But if I record 1 video, it takes me about 24 hours to get that video off my device. So what I started doing was recording them in shorter clips so that they would upload faster. So instead of like sitting down and recording a 15-20 minute video all in one fell swoop, I record a few minutes and then stop it and restart it, and then record a few minutes and stop it and restart it. That way the video clips upload a lot faster. So I didn't use this. I still like the color. I used the Makeup Forever. This is in C211. This came from a Sephora Play. It smells like it's gone bad. I just got this I think maybe I got an Ipsy. 2 or 3 months. It was either in November or October's Ipsy Glam bag. It smells like it's gone bad. I have used it. It doesn't burn my lips or anything, but I can smell it when it's on. I did use, this is Fiery from Stila. I also have Sheer Morello. I have tried to use both of these. This one I had on the other day, and I put it on and it, for whatever reason, immediately like clumped up on my lips, and then it looked like the Sahara Desert, and I had all these like cracks and lines in my mouth, and I went like this, and like a big chunk of it just kind of like peeled. I'm like, oh wow. The other one, it's beautiful, but they're super drying on my mouth. I have lip balm on right now. I always wear lip balm. I always have on something, whether it's one of these like lip treatments that I get from subscription bags or an EOS or chapstick. I've always got something on. I don't like my lips to feel dry because I have naturally dry everything between my hair, my skin, my lips. They're beautiful. I'm gonna have to figure out if I can use them as like liners or something like that, because on my mouth they're just too drying. And I have tried them with other stuff over and under it, and all they want to do is rearrange my makeup and decorate my face, and I'm just not good at liquid lipsticks. I have the NYX Lip Lingerie, which I did mix with the Sheer Morello to like lighten that up a little bit. I hate it. It's super drying. It is soft though. The color just like completely washes me out. It's just not for me. This is the Dirty Little Secrets lip gloss in Nude Beach, and then the Wet n Wild lip gloss in Sinless and 544. I've worn this around the house. I haven't like gone out, haven't photographed in it, but I have worn all three of these. I just don't care for this one. Okay, lip liners. This was in my dollar store makeup challenge from like 2016, 2017. I probably ought to throw it out, but it still works. It doesn't smell bad or anything. I did use it to line when I was using the Sheer Morello. This is the Model Co. Illusion Lip Liner. I have used this. It's from a Birchbox subscription like 2 years ago, and it's old, but it still works. And then these are two of my lip liners, and I didn't use either of them. Very last on my list, and then I will talk about one cheap product. The CoverGirl, this is the liquid liner in 320. This is just black. I have used this. I used it in a video that I did the other day when I wore the lashes. I didn't know it rattled. I learn something new every day. I like it. It's not waterproof, but it does the job. Hang on. My eyeliner I didn't use. The Lasting Drama liner I didn't use from Maybelline. The ColourPop liner I didn't use. The Aero liner I didn't use. The L'Oreal Infallibles, I used both of them. One of them is in nude beige, and the other one is in white. I used both. I like both. It is what it is. This is my lash adhesive from Kiss. It's the only lash glue that I have. I have tried a couple of other brands, but due to the fact that they either have latex in them, synthetic latex, or formaldehyde, or all of the above, I'm allergic to both of those ingredients, so I can't use it. So that's the only lash glue I use. And this is the Rodial Smoky Eye Pen. I love this stuff. I can put it on my waterline. I can tightline with it on the top. I can use it on my lid. I've used it as a lip liner. I really like how soft it is. It stays in my waterline. I have like itchy, watery eyes all the time. I have allergies. So this product works. It stays. I like it. Okay, final wrap up. This is the lip primer lip liner from my line of cosmetics. I had to use this when I used Fiery the other day, and when I had crumbly issues from Fiery and my lips were kind of dyed red, and I didn't have another red in my, I was doing like an orange and red look. I didn't have another red lip product in my basket, so I pulled Glossy Garnet from the L'Oreal Color Riche Shine, and I just love this. It's a nice lipstick. It's very moisturizing. I don't worry about it running all over my face. It also has a tendency to sting your lips, so if you put it on and like go and eat or drink or whatever, yeah, it's going to transfer. It's a regular lipstick, but the color that was on your lips or that had a chance to soak into your lips will stay there, and it looks beautiful after it's faded away, so it doesn't look like you're crazy with only half your face on. So that is everything. And then of course my little powder mixture of the Maybelline Fit Me and the Coty Airspun with the hyaluronic acid in it. So this is something that I put together, and then I use it, so it's not like I wouldn't use it. It's the only powder that I have right now that I use. But that's everything that was in my Shop My Stash for the first 2 weeks of January. I used the majority of it, at least once. So I am proud of myself for using everything in there minus the 2 extra items. And you know, there's a very good reason why I had 2 extra items. There's items in there that I didn't use, and I realized when I started using the products, or I had them all like laid out, there was a reason why I wasn't using some of the other ones. It was because I had like duplicates of something that was very similar, or a close enough shade match that I would just grab whichever and then go on with my day. So I think in recording the next version of this, I will be more selective of what I put in this. This was a very good test for me. I've never done a Shop My Stash, but I have seen, like, I used to watch Liv Loves Her Makeup, just found out that she's no longer going to be on YouTube due to addiction issues. I know Kelly Gooch just started doing Shop My Stash. There is, oh, my brain just died. There's at least 3 or 4 YouTubers that I watch that do Shop My Stash kind of things, and I was just kind of curious. I don't do the whole New Year's resolution thing, so this was kind of my way of using the products that I have, using like the samples that I get from Ipsy, and getting to know some of my products better to see what I like and what I don't like. And you know, other than the fact that there's a couple of products that I absolutely detest, would I ever try and get rid of them? Well, if it's something that can be like sharpened or sanitized, I would. But for the most part, the stuff that I would want to get rid of, I can't, because it's like a liquid lipstick or it's something that's gone back into a tube after it's been used on my face. And even though I don't have like pink eye or some sort of like contractable condition, the thing is it's really not sanitary to try and sell something that has been on your eyes or your lips, just because of the bacteria and stuff from those orifices, that you never know what bacteria isn't affecting us, how it would affect somebody else. So that's just my thinking behind that. The perfume sample from Elizabeth and James, the Nirvana White, I might try and like use that as like a dollar item on like Depop or as a free gift or something like that, because I don't care for the fragrance. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to comment down below. Let me know if you've tried any of these products that I did for my first Shop My Stash. I think I did pretty well with it. Like I said, I only cheated with 2 items, and I had to go shopping, and I wasn't going to leave the house with lipstick that was crumbling off my lips. It's just how it is. So I'll see you guys in another video. I'm Rebecca Oberstadt. Hopefully you have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye.